the big social media land. Welcome to another expiring, exciting episode of Uncensored Conversation. We're elevated, not tolerated. And I am super excited about my wonderful guest on this evening, the phenomenal, the one and only, Miss Power Shut Up herself. Miss Lisa Dove Washington is in the house, guys.
I'm here hanging out with Victoria. I am loving it.
We're going to have a ball on tonight. Lisa, it is always a pleasure to be in the same atmosphere, the same room with you, my friend. It's hard to believe that I'm going to finally get to see you in person in less than 6 days.
Yay! Absolutely. So guys,
if y'all haven't not guessed, I am super excited because Lisa has inspired so many people with just her presence. And so I'm not going to start off crying now, Lisa. I'm going to work our way into it. But I do want those people out there, if you have not done anything else, I need you to go out there and follow this phenomenal young lady. Because in 6 days, if you have not bought your ticket to the power of Shut Up Symposium 3, I'm going to need you to go out there and buy those 5 tickets right now. 5. We need 5 tickets. It's Mother's Day weekend. What better gift to give a mother than to be at the Power Shut Up Symposium? I'm telling you, it's going to be phenomenal, epic fire. You can put all the great words to it. It's going to be a place that everybody needs to be. And I hope you guys are going to be with us. Lisa.
Yes.
Girl, you looking good. You looking fly. It's on the Power
girl.
Weekend look. Look, I am so happy to have you on the show because I want everybody to get an opportunity to ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, you be careful now because you are on Uncensored Conversation.
That's right.
Just trying to warn y'all that, what happens on the show happens on the show.
That's right.
You know how they say, Lisa, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas?
Right.
Well, what happens on Uncensored, we don't care where it goes.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Don't stay nowhere but everywhere.
Everywhere. Please share it to everywhere. So, guys, go out there and share and care and like this video. Share and care and like the episode with anyone out there. Tell them to go ahead and tap in because this is going to be a good hour of conversation. Lisa, you have been doing so many phenomenal things. And I can't imagine anybody out there not knowing who you are.
Oh, I'm sure it's plenty.
What's wrong with them? Well, we don't believe that. We believe everybody knows you. I tell you, I go back and I think about mid 2020 when I had that first conversation with you on the phone, and I was shaking in my boots like, I gotta talk to this lady. And Sylvia Kuntz, shout out to Dr. Sylvia Kuntz.
Yes.
Baby. Go ahead and call Lisa Washington. She's who you need. Girl, I'm like, but Sylvia. She's like, well, if you can talk to me, you can talk to Lisa.
That's right.
So and it's hard to believe that everything happened in the pandemic. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Lasting relationships, I'm going to say, for me, started in 2020. I mean, I've had friendships, but it's nothing like the friendships that I've gained in 2020. And so shout out to the pandemic for doing something great.
Yeah. A lot of good friendships and connections came from COVID, but I guess that's because you had to meet people just kind of organically. You just had to, true enough, it's not in person, right, but it kind of led to more just conversations, because what else are you going to do on live except talk? And that's where when people talk, you find out who they are, good, bad, and different. When they start opening up their mouth. So that's when you really get to see people for who they are, when they get a chance to talk.
Yes. And, I think too, Lisa, which you're the queen, I say you're the queen of communication. So, because, that's who you are. So, but I also think it was an opportunity for people that really wanted to communicate and really have a heart for that really was able to get into it. And I think that was one of the things that I gravitated with you, was that you were just so open and you were just so willing to talk to people. And it was like, when I talk to you, my kids are like, you act like you know that lady. I said, I do know. I've been talking to her for at least 3 years, but it's not like, people don't really understand how, a relationship like that can form. But when you really are listening to the person's heart, and
Yes.
that's what makes me love you so much, because I listen to your heart. I mean, I tell you all the time, look, guys, well, I don't know if they can see it. Listen, can they see? Y'all. Well, let's see. How can they?
Oh,
There
there
we
it
go.
is.
There we go. Well, look, guys, the
It's
power
coming
shut up.
through.
Look,
I
at least
think
I'm gonna
I have a copy. Yeah, I think I have a copy right here.
that. Look, see y'all. I'm gonna break. I'm gonna do a little. What is it? 3D Lisa.
Look,
Yeah.
there you go. Almost.
But look, guys, this book right here it sits, Lisa, literally. Well, this one doesn't, because I don't want to wrinkle it up too bad. But the book sits right with my Bible. And I say that to you, but whenever you come to visit me, I'm going to have to bring you to my room so you can see. But the power shut up and the Bible's right beside each other, because there's a connection there, right? And and we're going to talk more about that tonight, because I want people to know your heart with this book and why it is so important, and why the symposium is so important as well. But Lisa, I have a little something for you.
Okay.
Just a little something, because people they have no idea what a brilliant person you are, and I want them to know. So, for those of you that are sitting by the wayside and you're contemplating why you need to buy your ticket to the Power Shut Up Symposium 3, I want to introduce you to Lisa D. Washington. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
Oh my gosh, Victoria, that was so beautiful.
Well, I wanted you to know that, no matter what, and now I'm trying not to be teary-eyed, because, you and I have shared so many different things over these last 3 years. And you have always inspired me, and you make me feel better about what I do, and as I learn what I do. And I think we were talking on the last time that you didn't realize that I had started the same time you did with podcasting on Facebook, that is. And but you inspired that, because you started talking, and you started making me, oh, you know what, this is okay to do this. It's okay. and just being in your presence. And I wanted to share with the people who Lisa Washington is to me. See,
That,
Miss
oh
Inspiration.
my gosh, I am speechless, which doesn't happen often. Oh my goodness. That was amazing. That was amazing. I was like, who is that? Oh my gosh, look. Thank you so much, Victoria.
Well,
That
you're
was
welcome,
awesome.
my friend.
That
But
was
you
awesome.
are the hidden treasure. That's one of the things when you were talking about, putting on that event. I was like, God, she needs to get her own award. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, and I said, oh, never mind. I got this. I will let her know that she is my hidden treasure. And so I hope you know from tonight how much you mean to me. If you didn't know beforehand, let me just tell you, I love you so much.
Oh my, Victoria, that was awesome. I'm over here, my cheeks hurt from smiling
Oh,
so much. That was awesome. I was not expecting that. Um, that was great. That was great. Thank you for that, Victoria. And
well,
we since we had we had long conversations, not
yeah,
even really knowing each other. But yeah, I do feel like I'm a really open book, and transparent about things, because I don't know how else you can help people or even get help if
that's
you
true.
don't open up to share who you are, so that they can trust you and share who they are, because otherwise you don't know that you're getting the help you need, because you're
There you
not
go.
putting stuff out there. And you were very open and you were honest, and there was definitely a connection immediately.
Yes.
Immediately we were friends, and that's just what it was. So I appreciate you. That was wonderful.
Well, I
You
just
made
wanted,
my evening for sure.
well, good, because I wanted people to know that you're not just lunching with Lisa, that you're not just the lady who publishes everybody else's book, and she's just not the hostess of an event, but she is real life. She is a person that, our energy. Now, Lisa can tell you when energies don't click, they just don't click.
That's right.
But I think from that very first 2.5, 3 hour conversation, it was an automatic click, like you said. And I just wanted people to know that, they only see one side of you. They don't see
Right.
the other sides of you. And even the sides that we didn't show here tonight. There are so many different things that you have inspired me in these last 3 years. And I just wanted to do my own kind of roast to you to let you know that you still impact my life on so many different levels.
I
Lisa
thank you
is the
for that.
reason why I went back to writing, guys. I say this all the time. Lisa is the reason I went back to writing. I will never forget that conversation, Lisa. And Lisa said, no, you're not going to let this stop you. You're
Hmm.
going to let this continue to help you move. And girl, get back in there and start writing. But
That's
she wasn't having it. She wasn't listening to none of that. But so, Lisa, I do want to thank you for all that you've done for me and inspiring me. So,
Thank
because
you.
you're the true essence of elevated and not tolerated.
I appreciate you, Victoria. You already know.
Girl,
Um, yeah, you always full of surprises. I
I
love
try.
it. I love
I
it.
try. I try. I got another one. I got another one, but I'm bringing that one to you.
Okay, okay.
Y'all can't see that one. That's a private one.
And what I'll say is something that you've that I've said in conversations with close people, people who are special to me, and we've had some deep conversations. But you hit the nail on the head with it when you said that you hear my heart. And I think that's what the power shut up really is. That's the direct connect, that we have to start to listen to hear people's hearts. Too many times we're listening within our feelings and our egos and all that kind of stuff. And so I appreciate you more than you know for picking that up, because a lot of people don't grab that, and a lot of people
Yes.
don't listen that way. But that's how you get to the heart of things. um, and then we wouldn't have so much conflict, because people aren't listening to other people's hearts.
That's
They're
it.
listening to what they want to hear. They're picking and choosing what they want to respond to, and not understanding the conversation. So I
That's
thank
true.
you for seeing that. I do. I thank you.
Well, girl, look, and now I'm sitting here talking. Look, me and Lisa get in the conversation. I forget about the mechanics of stuff because we just get to talking, y'all. Y'all don't see. This is truly how I like just to be just real And to those of you that may be tuning in a little bit, or you tuned in late and you're like, who in the heck is these people talking? I got the phenomenal Lisa Washington with us tonight, and we are talking about, we just introduced her to some of you guys out there if you haven't known her, but I also want to put her information up there so you can go ahead and reach out to this young lady immediately. I want you to email her. I want you to join her website. One thing, another lesson that Lisa gave me was if a person has a true business, they will have a true website. So Lisa, I look for websites now. If they don't have a
That's a good
website,
thing.
I'm like, let me go back. Let me check it out again. But that was a good lesson that Lisa taught me was, and that's the reason why I love Lisa. She gives some amazing advice that most people would pay thousands and thousands of dollars for, but she gives it out of her heart. And don't y'all get it crooked now, because she does have a business is, and you do have to reach out to her. That's why I'm giving you her information now. You do have to reach out to her for a consultation. They ain't free. Lisa, tell them they ain't free. The consultations ain't free. She gives out of her heart, but that don't mean she's for you to take a ride on either. You still
That's
got
right.
to, you
That's
got to
right.
do your diligence with her as well. But I want you to reach out to Lisa. I want you to connect with her. We're going to talk about a couple of things, but the main thing that we want to talk about tonight, of course, is the Power Shut Up Symposium 3. So, Lisa, I have had people ask me this question over and over again. And
Okay.
I said, well, you know what? The best person to ask is the person that's behind it, Miss Lisa the Washington. So
Yes.
I know what pushed you to do the second version of the book.
So, the true story behind the second version of the book was I initially launched The Power of Shut Up under another publisher who is amazing.
Amazing.
She's phenomenal at what she does. She's a beast. And so connecting with her to birth this book was like wonderful, easy button. And we went through the process of publishing, and I was learning so much from her. So I published The Power Shut Up under her, and it was an amazing experience. But what kind of happened was that I decided that I wanted to have my own publishing company,
Mm-hmm.
um, because I was so I just loved the whole process. She actually made me fall in love with the idea of being a publisher. So
Wow.
not only did I just launch my first book, but at my launch, my book signing, as a matter of fact, I announced that I would be starting my own publishing company, Touched by Dove Publishing,
Wow.
because I loved all the ins and outs of being a publisher, writing, and I wanted other people to feel how amazing this was. And I really
Right.
had embraced the fact that it's not all, just the bells and whistles. It's not all wonderful. There's some tough parts of publishing because you're actually releasing, you're birthing. So it's not always easy. But I
Mm-hmm.
was like, I am here for this. And so I reached out to her out of respect for this is your fault that I am, taking this on. So I actually was, asked for some guidance with her, and I took some of her master classes, because that's what you're supposed to do, pour back into those
Right.
people who, really kind of ignited that spark. So I went back, took some master classes. She shared, she was open, and gave me her blessing.
Wow.
Um, and from there, it took off. So one of the best pieces of advice I got was, well, Lisa, you have your own publishing company now, so it just makes sense that your baby should be under you and your publishing company. So it
Right.
gave me the opportunity to pull it from where it was and then bring it home, so to speak. So that's really the reason for the second edition, is that I needed to bring the book home. So, you go out in the world and you do things, and you have birthed this idea, but then I actually created a space, and I brought the Power Shut Up home to the space that it should have landed in the end, and with her blessing as well, because I try to do things in decency and order.
Yes, you
And yeah, I had her blessing with that, and it's been home ever since. And it was just the beginning, just the beginning.
So, but Lisa, you're saying something that most people need to hear. And one of those things is collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
And FYI, I'm bringing the collaboration versus conspiracy conference back.
Yeah,
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And of
I love
course,
it. I
you
love
gotta be
it.
gotta be there. You gotta be there. But you're talking. You're giving people out there truths. And one of the things is, it wasn't a tug of war. It wasn't anything, ugly. It was two people. You gleaned from the original publisher. You gleaned into even developing more of who you were in this arena. That probably it opened up some doors or eyes in your head that you hadn't even thought about. And
Mm-hmm.
then here it is. You have the background in the communication, the English, and all of those good things that's in your pocket to bring something forth. And you got the push and you got the support from the very person that you gleaned from. And so a lot of people are missing that. And one of the things with, that I get out of the power shut up and I get from you is effective communication
Mm-hmm.
brings lives and dreams to fruition. They don't
Mm-hmm.
hinder them. They bring them to the point where it's supposed to be. And so hats out there to those of you that are sitting by the wayside saying, I wish I could, but I can't because somebody already is doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Glean from within what you can glean from them and move forward with it. And Lisa is teaching us these great communication skills. If you haven't bought your 5 copies of The Power of Shut Up, I advise you to go out there and buy your 5 copies today. You can go to Amazon. You can even reach out to Lisa. She might even give you a copy just so you can have her signature in it. But at the end of the day, I need you to go out there and buy 5 copies. And Lisa, finally figured out why I say 5.
Okay.
One for yourself, one for somebody that you want to have it,
Okay.
one for somebody that you don't like.
Okay.
The Bible teaches us to bless
Okay.
your enemies, right? So give one to somebody that you don't like. Give one to somebody that you don't even know. Stop, just
Hmm.
have a copy in your pocketbook, in your car. There's people out there that are homeless, if you will. I was in the homeless arena, not to the extent to some of the people we see on the street, but sometimes they need more than money. And what
That's
better
right.
gift to give them when their power shut up? Because guess what? That just means they have something to go by that's going to keep them pushing, and to know that they can do the best that they can. That 5th copy is that you're going to need it when you get ready to write in the book, like some of us do and highlight in the book. You're going to
Mm-hmm.
need that extra copy for yourself. So,
Yep.
2 for yourself, one for somebody that you like, one for somebody that you don't like, and one for somebody that you don't know.
I like that. That's a great recipe. I like that. And I will say, I think the reason that this was so wonderful for me was that it to me gave the true meaning of sharing your gifts. And a lot of
Mhm.
times we have these gifts that we're given, God given, and we hold on to them so tight. Like I mean, I understand that they're precious gifts, but to
Right.
me, what she did for me and what I want to continue to do for others is she shared her gift with me, and there was no
Mhm.
worries about us sharing, like you said, the same space, or she's also becoming a publisher, so I don't want to tell her those things.
Right.
So yeah, none of that went on, and it was such a huge blessing. And she literally shared her gifts, because it doesn't, to share your gifts only brings more to you, more blessings your way. So
That's
people are blocking their blessings all the time, thinking that they're holding on to it, they're worried about what somebody's going to do with it, but that's not why you were given those gifts. It's
Come
not
on.
for you to kind of control what happens to them once you release them. The only thing you're supposed to do is share them, and then
That's
let
it.
other people do what they're supposed to do with them, whatever their assignment is. But we're so busy holding on that we don't release it, and that's why we can't get what's there for us, because we holding on to all our gifts. You can't it can't multiply if you still holding on to them. So she
That
did
is
that
so
for
true.
me, and I will always be grateful. And I mean, that's why I really am grateful to most people, because when most people who share something with me, I really try to show my appreciation for it, because it's actually a conscious decision to do so.
That's true.
um and that's what the blessing is, because I mean, they didn't have to. And
That's
she
true.
didn't have to. She didn't have to, and she did, and she's doing wonderfully. And her life has grown in so many wonderful ways. But it was a perfect example of why you're giving gifts in the first place.
That is so true.
And I
I
don't want to block my blessings. So
Girl, I know that's right. I'm trying. Look, I'm trying to still figure out what I'm gonna give you.
look, you don't have to look.
No,
You
but I
give every time we talk, you give in because it feels good to know that. I do know this is a gift. Talking the power, shut up, because it's not anything that was on my radar at all. I wasn't thinking about writing a book about the power, shut up, but some things happened in my life, and
mm,
I was like, I gotta write about this, but it's because the lesson that I learned with the power, shut up, was just so huge,
yes,
and I went through so much, and spiritually, physically, it hit me from all ends, and
yeah,
it took me a minute, and then I realized, okay, I know what this is. I mean, it's like those moments when you go through some stuff
that's
and
right.
you can't figure out why me, and I figured out why me,
Come on
and
now.
that's what the power shut up is, because he was like, okay, so you stubborn, okay, you
Woo.
love to communicate, but I had work to do. But when I learned what I had to do and what the work was, and I'm a work in progress, I was like, oh, this is good stuff, I gotta share this.
That's
And
good.
that's what I plan to do. I do know that this is my assignment, and whether one person hears me and understands, or 50 million, it doesn't matter. This is the road I'm supposed to travel, and that's this power, shut up. And believe me, I've had some pushback, but it doesn't even bother me, because it wasn't easy for me at first either, so I get it.
Yeah. And
I
see, that's the thing about, true communication. And that's the thing about truly understanding your gift. We finishing up the positive building class on purpose. That was the first one we're doing for the year. And one of the things that we talk about is, what would you die, if you had to say that you were going to die for something, what would it be? What are you truly living for? And again, I hear your heart. You live to give the power of shut up to people. That this is your baby, and you
Mhm.
you are willing to share it at all costs to people. I can imagine even getting the symposium together, and we're going to talk more about that too. But I can imagine getting the symposium together. There's been some nights, guys, I'm telling you, Lisa has, I can say this about Lisa. And Lisa, you didn't tell me any of this, but I can just imagine, because again, I hear your heart. There's been some nights that you had to, wipe a tear here and there and say, you know what, that didn't work for me, but I'm gonna do it anyway. There's some things behind the scenes that you had to say, okay, I can't do it this way, but I'm gonna do it this way. I can't,
Mhm.
but you didn't stop, because this is your baby. When
That's
something
right.
is so deep in you, that tells you that that is your purpose. When you wake up in the morning and you say, God, I thank you. And the next thing you comes out of your mind is, what else can I do with the power of shut up? What else can I do? Is it somebody else that I forgot to call? Is it something I need to do? Oh, wait a minute. Do I need to make another book? Do I need to make another book cover? Do I need to make another post? You start thinking about it immediately, and you start it. And even if you're not thinking about it, it kind of creeps into your head, and you
Mhm.
think, okay, there's something else I got to add to this. You know what I'm saying? So when I look at you, again, you inspire the rest of us not to give up. This is a necessity. When I tell you guys, if you have not ordered your copy of The Power of Shut Up, I'm going to tell you, I had Lisa laughing the other day. I had to utilize it again. I've been using this book so much. Look, yeah, everybody says, well, you're a coach, what are you doing using her material? Because she taught me something. I'm just, woo, child. There's some times that you got to learn when, how, and when to speak, and when and how to shut your mouth. I'm not going to give it away in the book. There's a lot of good information in here. But if you really, really want to learn some communication skills, take it from an expert. She went through some things, and she shares some of that in the book, guys. And I guess if you be real good, she might even share some at the symposium. Oh, but that's right, Lisa. They didn't buy a ticket yet. So that means you got less than 6 days to buy your ticket and
That's
meet us
right.
at the Power Shut Up Symposium. We're going to be in Landover, Maryland. We're going to keep it rocking. Y'all got to be with us. Lisa, I'm going to give us a few minutes of break.
Okay.
And so you can grab a glass of water, and I'm going to swallow a little bit, and we're going to come back. And I want you to tell them we want to talk about the symposium.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys, hold on to your tickets that you haven't bought yet, because I'm going to need you to buy them pretty soon.
Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance. Telling me to dance, taking a chance.
All right, Lisa, we back. To those of you that are just now joining us, shameful. You should have been here right at 7:00, but that's okay. We're going to still let you come in and enjoy the fun with me and Lisa. My guest tonight is the phenomenal, beautiful Lisa Dove Washington. She is a publisher. She is an author. She is a podcaster. She is a crafter. She is my good friend, the queen of Power of Shut Up. Lisa, there's so many things that, people, y'all see all the beautiful things around her. I bet you 90% of it Lisa made. That's how creative she is.
Some of it.
She is so creative, and the Power of Shut Up Symposium is truly a speaks the volume. Lisa, I remember back you came on the Favors Fair conference February of 21, and we were having a conversation early in March, and you were talking about some things, and you said, I've really been thinking about doing the symposium, and I was like, what won't you do? And she's like, yeah, somebody else told me the same thing. I'm paraphrasing, y'all. This is, Lisa, y'all hear how Lisa talks, so I'm paraphrasing.
Right.
She said, yeah, somebody else was telling me the same thing, and I'm going to get it done. I would like to have it around my birthday. Well, Lisa, when's your birthday? It's in April. Well, Lisa, it gives you 30 days. But 30 days, 30 days. Yeah, Lisa, you got this. You're always pushing everybody else. Lisa, you can do this. And she says, you know what? I'm gonna think about it. I'll let you know. The next call I get, like what was it in the middle of maybe at the end of March? I'm going to do the symposium. It's going to be such and such a day. Can you be there? And I'm like, sure. But it was bubbling in you. It was bubbling, and all of us could, I don't know who else said it, but I just saw it bubbling in you. I mean, you get lighter. Okay, yeah. See, you got that. She gets lighter when she starts talking about it. It's like she's like a whole nother butterfly that comes out. Well, actually, it's like another dove. But when you see her, when you hear her talking about this, guys, I'm telling you, it ignites you. It's explosive. So, Lisa, tell the people, what's it going to be like from the first symposium to symposium 3? What are you anticipating?
So, Victoria, you're right. When you mentioned that to me and you was like, you need to go ahead and do it. You need to go ahead and do it. And I was kind of teeter-tottering and I was like, well, yeah, because it was really an aggressive schedule, because I think it was like the end of February, something like that. So it was like time was not on my side to even come up with this, idea. It was like, I had all year to think about this. Like, what was going on? And it was probably within a month or two that I had to get everything together. Now the first one was virtual. Yes. And Victoria, you were a huge catalyst. So, I had to have a conversation with someone else. And then when you said it, and, kind of things come in threes. So I think I had gotten to that point where they were like, you should do this. And I heard it when you said it. And I was like, I mean, well, maybe I can, but I was nervous and like, I don't know. And then, yes, it didn't take long after that conversation. And I said, you know what? Which
Mhm.
is kind of how I've done any project that I worked on, whether it was Dove Style Magazine or whatever. I just said, you know what? Even if one person, you know, gets it, I'm good. Um,
Mhm.
I don't play with the numbers too much. I mean, of course, I want people to get it. I want them to come to the room.
Right.
But that's not my motivation. My
That's
motivation
right.
was the message. And
Yeah.
so the first one was virtual, and I reached out to some people who I felt like had a great message in regards to communication. And I prayed on it. I wasn't, you know, it's not like I just say, oh, this person because other people follow them, or oh,
Right.
this person because I've known them for 40 years. None of that went on. It was kind of like, okay, so who
Right.
do I think would really they get the message? Because I first had to look at people who understood what the power shut up was,
Yeah.
because I don't know how you speak to it if you don't know what it is.
Come on
Um,
now. That's the truth.
and I had some wonderful friends who I just felt were supportive and really wanted to get the word out as much as I did.
That's
Um,
right.
so I called up a few friends. We had an amazing panel. And I can't even explain to you how powerful that day was. I
Oh
mean,
wow. It
we
was amazing.
yeah, we did it on Zoom, and it wasn't open to everyone, but people came to the room. We had a nice crowd,
Yes, we
and
did.
we had some great conversations. It was amazing.
It was.
You really had to be in the room. It was something that I thought about because I love to share things. I thought about sharing it, but at the same time, it was like you just can't put this out there like that.
Hmm.
You have to be ready. Um, to hear. And the only reason I say that too is because when I first received the the power shut up, yeah, that I wasn't ready, you know, so I wasn't ready. I was in my feelings, my ego was hurt, the neck was rolling, like, excuse me. I mean, all of that. And I that's why I understand it when I get that response from people like, excuse me,
Right.
because I know how hard it is, especially in this day and age, to fight for your voice.
That's right.
And for
That
me,
part.
if you're reading the title, you're thinking, also now I worked so hard for my voice, and now you're telling me that I shouldn't
Hmm.
use it. And it's not that, but I understand how when you see the power shut up, but if you look at it, what it's saying is the power of.
That's
It's not
right.
it's not telling you to tell someone to shut up. The other part of this was a self-help thing for me. So this was like me
Girl.
talking to me. And you know, it's funny, I did a lunch and learn at the Department of Education, which was huge. A wonderful opportunity. And when I was talking, I was sharing that, you know, well, no, someone was listening and said, well, you know, when I was younger, you know, we were told not to say that to people, that was rude. You don't tell anybody to shut up. You just didn't use those words. And I get it. Yeah, we couldn't go
Right.
around telling people to shut up. Like, what? No, we don't do that. But what I shared with them was, I said, well, think about it, because I absolutely agree with you. But this book is not telling you to go around and tell people to shut up. This book is suggesting that you tell yourself to shut up. And I mean, I don't think you'll be offended if you're choosing to tell you to shut up. There's
That's
no
right.
offense.
That's right.
And I learned, if you think about it, think how many times you were doing something and said, you know, something was going on and it was a lot of chaos or something. You said, you know what, Lisa, just shut up. Just that's
Hmm.
the space I'm asking you to
Yes.
be in, to make those conscious decisions to say, okay, enough is enough. We're not getting anywhere right now. Let me be quiet. Don't wait on someone else to be quiet. Just be quiet, pull back. And shutting up doesn't mean you won't have the conversation. It just means when you approach this the next time, you're putting some thought into it. So, and what, especially in the last few years since we've been in COVID
Girl.
material, I mean, we have
Yes.
clearly seen how, how can I say this? Conversation, um, the power of words can get you in a whole lot of trouble. And it
Mm-hmm.
can also hurt people really, really, really bad.
Yes.
And we've seen that. We've seen
That's
that in
right.
politics. We've seen that in life. We've seen it in relationships. And this
That's
book
true.
is just kind of suggesting that we got to take just 1 minute to think. Just think before you speak. Because a lot of times that initial response, a lot of times we're off. It's been
That's
many
right.
times that I've read something and thought I read something different than what I read, and I was ready to respond, but I just pulled back. And then when you go back and read it again, you like, oh, that's not even what that said. So if we just take a minute to just calm down, I think everybody's on, just
Yeah.
go, 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 and ready to pop off, ready to feel offended, ready to be mad. We're just comfortable in those spaces. So we just ready to be all of that instead of just relaxing for a minute and saving some of that energy.
That's
Because
it.
while you popping off, somebody else is gone to dinner, having a good old time.
Chilling.
They ain't thinking no more about what they
That's it.
talking to you about. So why allow, which I that's what we talked about, the power shut up, is allow somebody to steal your joy, because you're the only person that has control over allowing somebody to steal your joy.
Woo.
So after we had the first symposium, it was like, this has got to be every year.
Yes.
And so when we had the second symposium,
Child. Woo.
oh my gosh,
It was amazing.
the flames were turned up. Okay.
Yes, it was.
What happened in that room? We didn't want to leave.
No,
We
it
didn't
was
want
like
to leave.
what, 30 minutes or so after it was over, we were still in the room.
It was because it was so powerful, and we went so,
Yes,
and those are the kind of conversations that I like. We went deep. This not the Power Shut Up Symposium is not surface conversation.
it is
This
not.
is really getting into who you are, how you feel about you, how you respond, how we were raised as children. Because I get into the book a little bit about how we speak to our children, and like I said, I'm very transparent. So I was a yeller, and of course now the joke is, "Ma, you get it now," because they're all grown. So yeah, I'm a little late to the party. I'm a little late. But we have to remember that everybody doesn't receive words the same. Whether it's your children to parent, but then in relationships, men and women communicate differently all the time. The problem is, which that's a given, but the problem is, are we taking the time to learn how each other communicates so
Come
that we
on.
can communicate effectively? It's
That's
right
it.
now, what I see, because I talk about those TikTok worlds, and out in TikTok land, it's like everybody's talking, but nobody's listening.
Come on,
And
Lisa.
they're
That's
not
it.
listening to understand. They're just listening to get a chance at, let me say what I got to say that's been on my heart. The other thing is, Victoria, exactly what you said. We're not listening to the heart of the person.
That's
We're
right.
listening for the breath so that we can jump in. We're listening for a space where we can challenge whatever you said, even if we actually agree with you. Um,
That's it.
we're always looking for that space to just pop in and get a turn.
That's it.
And what I'm suggesting is, more often than not, what I found out with learning about the power shut up is that a lot of times I didn't even take a turn. I
Wow.
mean, let's just be real. We know we're working in our ego when we're responding just to take a turn. But think about it. You go into your office space and you sit on a meeting for 45 minutes and you're trying to figure out, what did we accomplish in this 45 minutes? And actually, when you think about it, you'll realize that a lot of times there was one idea on the table and everybody went around the table and expressed their interpretation of the idea,
That's
but
right.
nobody got into responding and working the idea out in details, and then nobody did any of that work. Everybody's like, okay, well, let me translate what this person means. You ever hear people that
That's
constantly
it.
say what they meant to say was, or what they were trying to say was, everybody don't need translation. We all speak in the same language, but that's because people want to turn. They
That's
want
it.
to be able to express them, which I get. But we got to dig deeper and feel and try to understand why we feel that need. Why do you feel that you need
Mhm.
to repeat something that's already been said? And a
That's
lot,
it.
but people will judge you on that. If you don't say anything, they're thinking you don't know anything or you're not paying attention. They make all
Yeah,
kinds of
that's
judgments.
right.
When the reality is that my ego just is not that huge that I needed to repeat what's already been said. And
That's
I'm
right.
in the room, so I don't have to prove to you that I'm here.
Oh,
You don't have to open your mouth to, people feel like that nobody will know I'm here until I speak. That's not
that's
true.
right.
That's not true. It's energy. So people know
That's
you there.
right.
You don't have to just have to have something to say. And that's what motivated me to continue this. So Power Shut Up Symposium 2 was just so
It was
powerful.
fire. It
So
was fire.
powerful. And from Power Shut Up Symposium 2, you all gave me such humongous feedback on starting some master classes and even doing
Yes.
not just a symposium, but a retreat and some other things that are definitely in the works.
Yay.
Um, absolutely. Because I'm not playing with this. The other part of this is that I knew that this year I was definitely going to do this in person because I just I just couldn't imagine to keep all of that energy and knowledge on a Zoom call. I was like, we got to be in the room.
That's
Um,
it.
we got to feel this, and others need to be in the room. That's why it saddens me sometimes when people just don't get it. But I'm just saying, you will be missing out on something
That's
so
it.
powerful if you are not sitting in this room. And I'm talking about of all ages. We have so many barriers with communication. When you're talking about generational barriers,
That's
we
right.
have millennials and then the Gen X's, and there's so much anger and hate between these groups when there's so much wisdom to be shared, but we don't know how to communicate with each other. Nobody's listening, everybody's talking, and then
Mm-hmm.
everybody walks away mad.
There
Um,
you go.
everybody's in their feelings and feeling like they weren't heard. And I get it because I felt all of those things. Um, and that's why this is more of a put your money where your mouth is. Let's come to the table and let's put some work in, because we can talk all day long about what we want to
That's
do,
right. That's
but you
right.
got to be able to sit in a room. And I'll tell you why I'm so motivated by the Power Shut Up, because I actually learned where I needed to do some work for myself.
That's
And the power in learning about you and what you need to work on,
mm-hmm.
nobody can come for you.
Nobody can tell you that.
Exactly, when you already know, yeah, I got a problem with my mouth, or yeah, I'm a little sassy at the mouth, or I don't know when to chill out. When you can say that to yourself, can't nobody come for you. Because when you say, okay, Lisa, you need to bring that down, you're right. You're right, because I know that I have a problem here. And of course the issue came in my marriage, but it took a lot for me to, get that chip off my shoulder and say, okay, instead of blocking the Lord, God got work to do,
Come on.
and He
That's it.
don't have time to keep pushing you out the way. Okay,
That's it. That's it.
so it was kind of like I take the issues that I had, and of course you get the book, you will find out. But I took those as moments. So I said, okay, I see what you're doing. You saying move. I need you to shut up and move. That's what I was told. And actually literally by a friend, which I didn't think was a friend at first, because I was like, who are you talking to? But
I love
literally, in some of the physical things I went through and the spiritual things, that was God saying, okay, now you're getting on my nerves. I need you to shut up and move out of my way.
it.
And
Mm-hmm.
I see that I can't say be quiet. That's why it's not named the power of be quiet. Because be quiet wasn't strong enough.
No.
It wasn't strong enough. So the Power Shut Up Symposium 3 is going to be, I don't even know what word to use.
Child.
I am
Whew.
so excited because we are bringing all these powerhouses to a room physically where, like you said, a lot of us are meeting each other for the very first time.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually brought back the same speakers from last year, because it was just so powerful. And you know what moved me, Victoria, was that
Oh,
a
wow.
lot of you all didn't really, had an idea of what this was going to be, but didn't really get it until they were in the room. And
Girl. That's the
everybody walked away and said, oh my goodness, I did not
truth.
know that this is what this was. And I think that's why people maybe hesitate. And it's something that you really can't explain completely until you just in the room. But between Victoria, thank you so much for your yes, being a speaker on the Power Shut Up. You have been there for every single one, and I appreciate you because I know you get it. I had Sean Mason's Sean LaSour. Sean has gotten married. Love her to death. She's not going to be able to be with us this year. It's the only person that won't be with us, but she is with us in spirit. But
I know that's right.
She brought so much energy and can speak on this so well. But I'm gonna miss Sean. And Sean, I'm still about this. So if you feel like you want to surprise somebody and pop on it, but we will get her at the ones to come. But besides Sean, we have Victoria, who's going to be an amazing speaker as always. We have Dr. Tanoa Hampton.
Dr. T.
She reached out to me afterwards, and even since then, it's kind of been like, okay, so when are we doing this? It was absolutely amazing, and I'm hoping that each of you are able to share from last year some things that really motivated you into a yes. And I will say, and I'm going to share with them that day too, is that you all gave me yeses walking out the door last year. Like, I will definitely be back next year. We have Victoria, we have Dr. Tanoa Hampton. We're bringing back Dana Hutchinson, who is the editor of Dove Style Magazine. She was on the first one, and she's coming back to join us. She is full of knowledge, and she drops some nuggets everywhere she goes. So those are the ladies on the panel. And then we have Donnie got the beach. Y'all got to meet Donnie. He was here with us last time. But it was on Zoom. He is in LA.
My brother.
But he was like, I'm coming because he's from Maryland. So he was like, I'm coming home. And I want to do this. And he's an awesome person to get to know. And he brought last year some Power Shut Up on. He's an executive music producer and things. So on the job, how important it is when you're sitting at the table to shut your mouth. Man, we bring in it all. And then we have Nigel Birch, who, I mean, I can't even put into words how. Oh my God, how powerful this brother is.
He's deep. He's deep.
Absolutely. And he's coming all the way from Canada. But he been hitting me up since last year to let me know I need to be there. And I want to be there. And I was like, absolutely, absolutely. It's funny. I don't know if he remembers this, but when we were doing the Hidden Treasure Awards, I think he saw something and thought that was it. So he's like, wait a minute, y'all not doing the Power Shut Up? And I was like, no. This is Hidden Treasure. I said, I have not forgotten. But that was my motivation. It was like, okay, this is supposed to be happening. And then we have Prince Dejour. If you all don't know about Dr. Dirk, Prince Dejour, who's on 92.7 every Sunday, 3 to 7. He's online, but he is a powerful speaker, and he's believed in the power shut up and supported everything I've done from launching the book to he supported quite a few things, but when it came to the Power Shut Up, he just got it. And I'm telling you, the nuggets that will be dropped, if you don't want some of that energy on you, this speaking panel is amazing. So real quick, I'll tell you too, we're having giveaways. We're doing, we're gonna feed you a little something, but we there to get fed with all of the blessings of Power Shut Up. We'll give you a little something because we know it's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. So we're gonna feed you a little something, but you're gonna forget about that. You like, okay, I'll take a little something, but you're gonna be so full. And then y'all know I don't play when it comes to the Power Shut Up Symposium and entertainment.
No, she don't, y'all. You missed it.
Look,
my.
It's gotta be a whole experience for me. And I have Corinthia Cromwell, who you all saw her at the Hidden Treasure Awards, but she is fire on that saxophone. This is
she is.
She is a national recording artist. Last year we had her and her band.
She was a bomb.
Oh my gosh, we weren't able to get the band because of some issues with the facility. But more to come with that. We got plenty more years to go. But Corinthia is going to be there. She said she
Oh
would
my
visit for the world. And then we have DC's own Nonchalant.
gosh,
And she actually DJ'd the Hidden Treasure Awards, but she's going to be there on the ones and twos. But she's not just going to be on the ones and twos. She's going to perform as well, because some people here know that she has her own music, and you all probably know her from 5 o'clock in the morning. So yes, she's
Yep.
going to do some wonderful things. Love my sister death. And then we have Dr. Sylvia Traymore Morrison.
What?
Y'all don't know Dr. Sylvia Traymore Morrison, you better find out.
You better know.
To be in the room. You're going to love, love, love her. I'm so excited for everybody who's going to be a part of this. I'm thankful for my team. We have some amazing vendors that are going to be in the house. And yeah, good stuff. And I've been posting and sharing about the 6 vendors. I think I still have 2 more slots, but the vendors are amazing. All of them I have poured into. I love their stuff. So y'all ain't got to be, I will be shopping at them tables if y'all don't want to. But I mean, I'm really excited. I'm nervous, but excited because the message is powerful. And I just really feel like it'll bless many people like it has me. And I'm hoping that people will, take that chance to come on in the room, because we gonna be there.
We're gonna be there, y'all.
We're gonna be there.
At least I'm just, I keep thinking, like you said, the first year we got our feet wet, and it was amazing. And then, and I cannot remember the guy's name that played in the first one.
He was another speaker.
No, he was he was.
Oh, Merlon.
Merlon.
Yes, another saxophone, because we love the saxophone. Yes.
And we, and this is the thing, from the first one to the third one, I have connected with the majority of the people, and have become just. I mean, Donnie, I tell Donnie he's my little brother. That's my little brother. And so, and he's been on the domestic violence conference with us, and and I mean, but each one of the speakers, I've connected with them in some kind of way. Either if it's just a hey, what's up, how you doing, and it was like we're a happy family even before we get there next week, But the thing is, it's because of you. You brought us together. I would have never met Donnie. I would have never met Nigel. I would Prince. Oh, come on now. I'm picking him all the time by his name. I would have never met these people had you not opened the door. Dr. T now, she's like another sister to me. I mean, Diana, look, I can't wait to send her another manuscript through Dub Publishing, y'all. Because man, she ate me alive. But guess what? I loved every minute of it because I learned so much. But the connection that you helped us gain was worth everything. I sent Corinthia a message just because I said I want to hear some more of her music. And she sent me a message back. I think she had broken her foot or something or other. Yeah. And I was like sending her messages and saying, hey, prop it up and keep pumping the horn or something. It was just weird stuff. But you brought us together to make us a family. And that's the reason why, from number 1 to number 2, it was so easy for us to just kind of dive in. But like you said, when we came to the second one, we was like, wait a minute, wait. And then Nigel just started dropping them bombs, and we was like, what? Wait, hold up. It was just, guys, I'm telling you, if y'all have not bought a ticket, you're crazy. You need to get a ticket. You need to be in the room with Lisa. I'm telling you, I just got a feeling that like you said, we're going to be chilling. I got my flat shoes ready because y'all, I'm telling you, it is an atmosphere where it doesn't matter where we come from. We all came with a purpose, and it's the purpose of the power. Shut up, guys. Right. Look, I got my book up for y'all. It's the power of the shut up, y'all. Y'all got to get this ticket. And I know you're saying, well, it's Mother's Day weekend. What better gift to give a mother? What first gift will be good, Lisa, is that you out of your mama's hair for the weekend. So get the tickets so you can come to the Power Shut Up.
How about that?
Hey, That was be a great prize. I mean, some of y'all kids getting y'all's parents' nerves, right? We need y'all send the mamas away. Mom and daddy can come, and y'all have the house to yourself. Look at that. 20. If you got 2 kids, $25 a kid. Come on. Or I don't forget the price now, Lisa. I'm saying, look, whatever it is, pay the price. The second thing is, if you come to the Power Chef and you're like, well, what is this really about? I promise you're going to walk away with feeling so filled up with the knowledge. And I love the title of this one, getting rid of burning those petty files. I can't wait for, girl, I'm just I'm not bringing nothing, but would you say, Lisa, just bring ourselves?
That's right.
We're coming because there is so much energy that is not good, and that we're going to come and help Lisa's. So we're going to support Lisa's endeavors with this book, and we're going to communicate how to get rid of some of this mess. Like you say, the generations are battling each other. Why? Because they don't understand each other. That's the thing about the book, Lisa. It brings generations together, not separate us, right?
That's right.
Even when I read the chapter, okay, don't tell anybody, Lisa, don't tell my kids. But when especially the chapter about talking to the children, Lacey, why did you write about me in the book? I mean, you could have asked. You could have gave me a private consultation. But that was one of the first chapters that I read in the book. Because I was that parent. I'm like you. I was a screamer and want to be in everything they was in, knowing everything. And I was like, nah. And now I realize that there's a place for me as a parent. Especially as a parent of adult children, but at any age really. But specifically for me, being a parent of adult children, there's a place I need to stay. They don't need my opinion on everything. They can talk about everything. That doesn't mean I have to say anything. I can just sit there, I got you. But at the end of the day, get the book, read the chapters, y'all. I'm telling you, if you have not got your 5 tickets, I'm going to need you. I'm big on 5s. I want them 5s. I need you to go out here and contact my friend, the one and only, this phenomenal young lady named Lisa Dove Washington, and go to her website. Follow her. Follow her on Facebook. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on TikTok. Follow her on Snapchat. Follow the yellow brick road to the Power of Shut Up. I'm telling you, you're looking for a king. I guarantee you're gonna find the whole court. This book is absolutely amazing, Lisa. I don't like to promote anybody, but I will promote this when that's a story. I did like to promote people. I just told a story, Lisa, because I love promoting people. But I'm gonna tell you, this is my favorite promotion. It's Power Shut Up.
I appreciate
because I hear the voice behind the book. And she has inspired. I tell my students, and Lisa, guess what's coming up in the next couple of weeks? It is, we bring the positive self-building course back. Building your self-worth. And that's based on the beast.
Yes.
And so guess what? Look, if you are one of my students that you're getting ready to sign up, you just might want to get a copy of this book.
Oh, that's good stuff. That's good stuff, Victoria.
I'm just saying, who knows? Dr. Lisa Dove Washington may even embrace us.
Claim it.
Into the way. You're the doctor of power. Shut up. Hey, what can I say? But guys, I'm going to try to talk her into coming into the classroom with us. What better way to bring her in than understanding your self-worth? I mean, I like the Beauty and the Beast, Lisa. That's my thing, and we're going to do that one day workshop. But what better way to find out your true self-worth than to know the power of the shut up? I'm just saying. So, guys, if you have not bought your tickets, you got less than 6 days. Meet us in Landover, Maryland with this beautiful young lady, my good friend, Lisa Dove Washington. And listen, Lisa, I'm going to give away. I'm giving away something to who's been watching. Who's been watching on the night? I don't know. If you have been watching all night, in the video that we shared about Lisa, there was a particular animal that flies that was in the video that we shared to let you know who Lisa was. If you can identify what that beautiful animal was without us going back to showing you, you can win a free copy of my journal, Lisa. Lisa, I'm not haven't gone to the full writing of the book yet, but I did do the journal. I did do the journal.
Yes, I got me a copy. I got me
90 days of elevated, not tolerated. And the first step to creating your blueprint, you can win a copy of this if you can tell me what animal was in the video that we shared of introducing Lisa Washington.
Because I got my copy.
Oh, look,
I
y'all.
ordered my copy. Yes, I did.
Well, look at you, girl. See, Lisa,
I
don't make
sure
me cry.
did.
But Lisa, every day there's a different statement every day. There is something, a different quote every day for 90 days. And so we put that out there. But I tell you, if you go out there and you tell me what that animal was, and don't go back and rewind the video. You got to tell me before we close off what it was.
I think you got an answer.
Think I got an answer?
Somebody dropped something.
Look at that. Okay, I got two answers. Okay, so both of you ladies will get a copy of the 90 days. It is in your hands. It'll be autographed. And guess what? I'm gonna do you even one better. I'm gonna see if I can get Lisa to add her little John Henry Hancock to it this weekend. And
Absolutely.
All right. So Cheryl and Kay, you guys want it. Yay. Nobody else? Cut it off. You can't have anybody else get it. So sorry. But Lisa, you are such a beautiful, refreshing part of my life. Even when I am sick and not feeling well, and a lot of you guys might not know this, but even when I had COVID, Lisa would send me messages of encouragement, and she sent a lot of other stuff. I can't tell you all our business, but she would send me little, "How you doing, girl? Are you doing this? Are you doing that?" Guys, I can't tell you what it's like to have somebody like Lisa Washington in your side pocket. I don't tell everybody who my APs are, Lisa, because ain't none of that business. But Lisa has become one of my AP partners, along with Dr. Sylvia Kuntz out there, in the house, and my good friend, Dr. Gia Conway. These three ladies are my AP partners. I don't get to talk to them every day. I don't get to talk to them every week, but I can guarantee you when I talk to Lisa, she gonna give me the right ad. Especially when she know I'm hiding something. She gonna needle it out of me. But then she's gonna give me that tough love, and she gonna give me the power, and then she's gonna put me back on track. And Lisa, I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that, because there's a lot of people that are my friends, like good Kay Clark, amazing friends. But to have people in your life that really care for you for the real reasons. And I gotta say, I appreciate it. I love having you on the show to talk about the power of Shut Up. But guys, I need you to follow her. She is doing so many amazing things. The actress in her, God, look, y'all. I don't know how you could be an actress, because you're so transparent and stuff. I'm
not no actress. I've had some amazing opportunities come to me to allow me to be in a couple of movies and be extras, and actually be in some really cool movies. And I'm honored and blessed for the opportunities. But I have a newfound respect for actresses and actors. When I had to learn my lines, and oh my goodness, that is stress on a whole other level. It's not like getting on the camera like this and just kind of doing you actually have to portray whatever it is. So, and you have to be able to take direction from someone else. So the power Shut Up really plays a huge role in that, because you got to know when to bring it back and take the criticism, or, okay, at least I need more energy from you. And I'm like, I think I gave you everything I got, but you got to find it somewhere. And I've been blessed to have some amazing opportunities, but I am no way. I have been in a couple of movies and been extras and working on a couple of things now. And there's a movie called The Christmas Room that I am an extra in, and I did film the other week and things like that. And then he had the Old School Rollers,
Oh
and
yes.
CEO that I was in years ago. So yeah, I've had some amazing opportunities. So I mean, I appreciate everybody who's in that field, because yeah, that's work. That's work.
That's work, y'all. Well, Lisa, I'm still amazed of all the things that you're doing. You are doing an
Thank you.
amazing job. The hidden treasures. Look, guys, the only way that I'm gonna let y'all talk about that is if y'all realize that Lisa Washington is a hidden treasure. Yeah.
Oh,
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because we gotta get your trophy, you gotta all that, because you're the true hidden treasure in a lot of
thank
our
you.
lives, and I appreciate you and your babies. Boy, I look at Campbell; he is really growing up.
He's 4 years old now. So yeah, he is one of the smartest 4 year olds I have ever seen. He is just so smart. His vocab, and this is of my own heart, because I am a communicator and I love
Yes, you are.
words and writing, and his vocabulary is humongous. Um,
Wow.
I just love my conversations with him. He's a great communicator.
Wow.
Um, and I'm loving that. So I can't wait. I just can't wait to watch him just grow into his own. And I'm hoping that I can guide him in a way where he learns to communicate, better than we used to communicate. Because I just think that when you
Yeah.
can communicate with people and get your message across, and people can understand you and hear you, um, that's how you reach your goals in life. That's how you find your peace. That's how you become successful, is being heard, understood. Because if you can't, I mean, it's like going into another country and not being able to understand the language. How do you move? How do you get where you need to be? How do you know what you need to know if you can't communicate? And we're all sitting here in a space and can't even communicate with each
That's
other.
right.
So we just got to do better.
So true. Well,
Yep.
he's gonna be amazing anyway because he got the greatest communicator in the world. He
He
got
got
it.
his Gigi. He does
Yes,
have
he
his
do.
Gigi.
He got the Gigi with him. He ain't got no choice. He gonna be like, look, Gigi, look, I
Right? I
correctly.
think he says that now, right?
He's so sweet though. And my niece actually bought the book. The
Oh,
first.
did she?
Mhm. And her babies were older. They're much older. They're like, let's see, 16. One just went to the prom, so that's how old. But when you came out with the book, she bought it.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
she
Tell her
did.
thank you
Yes, she
so
did.
much.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean, it's you just keep see, that's what I'm saying. You inspire people across the globe and you don't even realize it. Miss International Global Communicator. That's who you are. That's who
I
you are.
love it. I love
But
it.
Lisa, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. As always, it's a pleasure to have your beautiful face on the show, and it
Thank
always
you for
inspires us
having
to
me.
keep on moving. And we're gonna have to bring you back so that you can tell us what happened. See, because y'all, she ain't gonna give y'all nothing, but she might tell you little things that y'all might have missed.
Oh,
But
yeah, we got to tease him a little bit. Yep,
yeah,
we got to tease
yeah,
him.
but you ain't gonna miss it if you go ahead and buy those 5 tickets tonight.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Like
If you're
tonight
in the
before.
room, then you'll be able to spread it and bring them in next year, because you're gonna be like, "Oh, you missed the treat." Because I'm telling you,
Mhm.
and I'm not just saying this because it's my event, but you are going.
You're not you.
You don't want to miss this. You don't.
Lisa, if I wasn't even a panelist, I'd be there. I mean, the first 2 years proved that. I mean, I ain't. I put it on my calendar for the whole month of April is Lisa month. That's what Lisa. What we done? What day it is? Because it's usually right at your birthday. And I
It's
said, oh,
usually in April. You're right. You're right.
I said, I'm not putting anything on the calendar. Then you said, oh, we got to move it to this date. I said, oh, okay.
I know I had to move it, but it's funny
But
because
it's
my
okay.
birthday was on April 22nd, which was a Saturday. But I said, well,
Yeah.
no, I can't do that. So we moved it back. But yeah, every April is the
Yes.
is the month. And it's a connection. If you come to the symposium, you'll if you don't already
Yeah.
know, I'm going to be sharing why April is such a significant time to have the
Yes.
power shut. Mm-hmm.
Y'all, you gotta come to get the inside scoop.
Yep.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Well, Lisa,
And
I'm
we got some
excited.
special announcements, Victoria. So just let you know that when, anybody who's coming to the symposium this year, we will be sharing some wonderful and exciting news about some changes and things that are going to be happening. So some people might pick up on it, maybe not, but we're going to make a major announcement at the symposium. You might hear it a little before then, because we actually have our last show of season 3 with Luncheon with Lisa on this Thursday, and we will be making some special announcements. So you might get it a little earlier, but yeah, more to come for sure.
So buy your 5 tickets.
Yes.
Come to the symposium. And if you want a sneak preview, tune into Luncheon with Lisa on Thursday night at 7:00.
Yep.
But get the full scoop if you come to the symposium on Saturday.
That's right.
That's when you're gonna get some news, y'all. I'm just trying to tell y'all, you don't want to miss it.
You're gonna get some major nuggets. Major
nuggets. Well, Lisa, thank you so much again. I can't wait to roll up on you on Saturday. We're gonna have a ball. I'm looking forward to it, just to get some hugs in. I don't know. Get any crabs?
Look, don't tempt me. If I could afford to do a crab feast for everybody, I bet you that would get them tickets.
Oh, girl, because you be
my God
water with it.
If I could, I sure would. But y'all, I ain't going that hard with it. I might be doing crabs later on, but but absolutely.
Yes. Well, Lisa, thank you so much for being with us tonight, guys. We're going to take a break next Sunday. We're going to celebrate Mother's Day, because actually I'm going to be coming back on Saturday night after leaving the symposium. I don't know, Lisa, I'm trying to talk myself into it to leave. I don't want to leave. I just know I'm going to leave. But because I'm not driving, I guess I have to leave. But anyway, we're going to take a break next Sunday night.
Okay. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you guys. And make sure y'all keep sharing it. So we're going to give a pause on next Sunday. We're going to celebrate Mother's Day. We're going to just give everybody a break from conversation. But you want to come the following week, and you can find out why at the end of the show. Who's going to be our guest? It's going to be the phenomenal Carrie Lee was going to be with us. You're going to want to come back and watch that one, I tell you. But Lisa, we will see you on Friday night, maybe Saturday, all day. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So, I can't wait.
Yes, ma'am. Well, guys, as usual, it's been a wonderful evening on Uncensored Conversation with Elevated Not Tolerated. We're here to empower you, embrace you, and educate you to be elevated and not tolerated. And we'll see you next time. Woo-wee. Lisa, you just done wore us out tonight, girl. Look, there we go.
Me to them, taking a chance. Telling me to.
I love it. I love